Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Blue Archive. In the last parts, we headed back to Shanhaijing, where the Moonlight Festival is in preparations. However, things are going wrong left and right. The Tyke syndrome has been spreading across the streets. People are turning to children. Rumi got transformed into a children. Shun got turned into a child again. And we did a bit of recon where Kisaki posed as a child, which was quite funny for Sensei. And we came to the revelation that the Alchemy Society is in trouble. So, let us continue. What the? I'm so dizzy. I can barely breathe. Rest for a bit. This fragrance won't kill you. So this is your plan for a comeback? While Saya's away. You sneaky little... Mountains and rivers remain, yet the person or people are nowhere to be found. The streets are empty, not the slightest whisper to be heard. Everything is ready. Shanhaijing, Eastern Alchemy Society, finally returned. Please excuse the shabby welcome. No matter, let us go. How I missed you, Eastern Alchemy Society. Everything has changed, but yet it's still the same. What's next? Will you go there right away? Yes, let's. That was always my sole purpose. Understood. I can take you straight there. Good boy. Kept all this under wraps from the start. The only trouble was keeping Yukishi Saya from catching on. She does tend to catch on quickly, I'll give her that. And yet, you hid this entire facility even from her. Well done. You flatter me. Here I am, finally back. This place truly embodies the Eastern Alchemy Society. It's a culmination of all that I am. I'm sure it'll put to good use. The Eastern Alchemy Society is now yours again. All the medicines, facilities, and have been preserved, just as they were when you left Shanhaijing. Well done indeed. Shall we get to work then? To finish the potion we started. Uh-oh. Are you out of breath already? And you call yourself a Genryumon officer? Well, I guess I have seen you run out of gas before. None of that! None of that! I was calling out to something in the middle of the night. I couldn't help it. And so was I. What could the president have been thinking? Pairing me up with her. I can hear you know. And again, if you want to be an officer, you gotta be doing what the president says. Oh, I don't need to hear that from you, of all people. So all we know so far is that the Eastern Alchemy Society has been attacked. No more details than that. The place certainly has a different vibe than usual. To say the least. Black market mercenaries. They shouldn't be anywhere near Shanhaijing. Why are they here? Hey, that hurt! You know, I like when they lead off with that. It really clears my head. Your head is full of meat. And yours is full of movies. These jerks. We're talking! Report from the main gate. The intruders are here. See that those black market dudes buy us some time for us. They're already on it. I don't know about having all these outsiders troops here, though. You look nervous. No, I'm just... Chaos is like a chemical reaction. Sometimes it brings progress. That's what Shanhaijing was missing. Dearly. You can't move forward by standing still. Sometimes what you need is a push in the right direction. It won't take much longer. We'll have our initial formulation ready in a matter of hours. If you can finish it so quickly, why wait so long? Oh, did you not know? I suppose I can tell you. Because the potion can only be made here. Is that some kind of feng shui? No, it's because this is where the Eastern Alchemy Society preserves all its secrets, all its history. It's also the only place where 10,000-year ginseng can be found in its most natural state. Sai had more here than she ever had to do with. This bitch. This bitch. Is that most of them, at least? Nope. No, looks like that was just the vanguard. I hate everything about this. How could so many outsider troops make it into Shanhaijing without anyone noticing? Maybe if everyone had something else on their minds, like all the restrictions on the promenade. For a few days? Is it that big of an issue? Put yourself in our place. Do you know how many sales we lose on if we take even one day off? I don't have a good response to that. Regardless, what's happening here is the bigger problem right now. We're going to have to charge and break through. Do you think you can keep up? Me? Keep up with you? You're asking the wrong question. I like your enthusiasm. Let's go for it! Well, there is the ready to fight. Engage! Shit's going down real fast. Yeah, this is pretty some heavy shit. A lot of intense shit going on for an event story, which is really surprising. This is the type of thing you'd expect from an actual like mainline story. A lot of heavy shit going on here.
私が先頭に立とう。落ち着いて。同時済み。さて、相手はドイツだ。お別れだ。それでは。ふっ、はっ、一撃必殺。
Oh, that's a little, let's kick a grenade. Yes, that's a great idea. Let's kick a grenade. She has that sense when she's gonna fight someone. We have another report from the main gate. There are only 2 attackers. Nothing we can't handle. Is that so? Then all's well across the board. Especially now that it's complete. Is that? Yes, this is it. This is what I came back for. Such a long journey it was. You can have some too, right? That is what you've been waiting for, isn't it? Never fear, that was our promise, and I always keep my promises. Of course, I made enough for you as well. You and I together will take a great step towards sagehood. Yes, to become a transcendent sage, that was society's goal from the start. inside and forget it. By the way, any news on the Moonlight Festival? It's not fully underway yet. Normally there'd be a lot of bustle by now, but... I see. Things must be chaotic here. My... What are they calling it? The Tyke Syndrome in the mix? Fitting, isn't it? What do you mean? There is another legend of the Moonlight Festival. You know the story of the sage who led to the moon, returned to spread virtue and enlighten others before departing again? But that story has another side. Do you know it? Enlighten. The truth is, the sage stirred up turmoil and discord until he had to flee from persecution. So the sage didn't return to the moon voluntarily? Why would they if they had life here they made life here so wonderful? But enough chatter. The potion. And have no fear, I'll take it first. My turn. Holy bliss! Oh, she down. What? Too strong of a dose. Even if medicine can become a poison. Seems you didn't have the fortitude for it. So it goes. I can feel it. All his vitality is surging through my body. My guests should be arriving soon. I should go out and greet them as this master of the society. I've been waiting for you, Kisaki. Please don't disappoint me too much. She left her underling behind. I mean, shock and awe. She didn't seem like the one who would let the trustworthy type to begin with.
Right,
what's going on here? When I pass your world. They just keep coming! We're gonna add it all night. The sun's coming up. Already? Well, we did get here late, but still, there's no end to these guys. No, there is. I think they're out of reinforcements. And we're both out of gas. What do you mean? This is nothing. Enough with the bravado. I can see your legs shaking. No, not yet. I'm the vanguard of Genryumon. I stand for its power and determination. I may fall 100 times, but I'll never stay down. Inspiring words, but we're still losing. What can we do? Make way for the presidents! Make way for the presidents! What's that sound? Mina, Radio. Well done, both of you. Madam President! The Genryumon President herself? We receive your reports. We know what's happening here. I'm sorry, I let this whole force slip right into the Shanhaijing. That's enough. Step back and rest. If I'm right about what's going on inside that building, not even you can handle it. Huh? What do you mean? What's going on? Oh, we'll know for sure very soon. Personal welcome from the president. Should I be flattered or disappointed? Disappointed that Genryumon couldn't manage without you? Or flattered that you actually left the palace for me? You're... Who's the adult? Ah, you must be the famous sensei. An unexpected bonus? Pardon me, I was hoping to meet you under better, more dramatic circumstances. Of course, one could argue that there's enough drama here at the moment. But it's so personal to you and me, we should be sitting down together somewhere pleasant, getting to know each other. Yes, this would be your first time being sensei. Yours and half the students here, I'd imagine. So would you rather introduce yourself, or should I save you the trouble, Shintane Kai? That's Shintane Kai, the one he heard about? The one who ran the Eastern Alchemy Society until she went crazy? Politeness is turning rather toxic, Kisaki. The old you would have said even toxins can be medicine, depending on how they're used. The old me would have been right, but it's time to be a bit more straightforward. Welcome to you all, members of Genryumon, Sensei. My name is Shintane Kai. I was forcibly, or rather arbitrarily, made one of the 7 prisoners. Shanhaijing expelled me and tried to forget me. But I have never forgotten Shanhaijing, or the society. And now look at me, Kisaki. I finally finished my long journey home. So what's your plan? Take back what's mine, of course. The Eastern Alchemy Society is not yours. So you say. And what do you hope to achieve by taking it? Isn't it obvious? The perfection of the potion. All while throwing countless students into hardship. Only until the potion's finished, and everything can be restored, as it would have been already if you hadn't stepped in. You were the one who got in my way. You caused all this, Kisaki. But I'm not without pity or compassion. Oof, that's a big surprise. But enough about me. How are you? You must have pushed your poor body to its limits by now. You must be wondering how I know. Because of course I know. How could I not? I can make you better, Kisaki. After all, I'm the one who made you sick. I had a feeling it was you. Of course it was you. Who else could have done it? What are they talking about? I'm not sure, but I've never seen that look on President's face. Let me make you an offer. If you can sign the society over to me, I'll look after you. Allow me to carry out all the processes of creating, testing, applying, and using the potion. The issue with your body can be resolved within a month. I still remember all the pain you created. Many students suffered and struggled. And you want me to let you back in with no consequences, just for my own benefit? My answer is the same as before. Until and unless you can show regret and take responsibility, there is no place for you in Shanhaijing. Not now, not ever. You are the same as before. But if you want consequences, here they are. Oh boy. Waiting for it to engage combat! Let's see what Kisaki can do, because I haven't seen her actual abilities yet. But she's an elastic though, so I am running low on elastic characters. I don't have very many good ones. They need an elastic tank. I don't think they have an elastic tank yet. They got an elastic healer and damage dealers, but not a tank. And supports. Oh boy. Ooh. Bonsit. Don't know what that does, but hey. Whoa! Wait, how do we die? What the fuck? Oh, we're supposed to lose. Kisaki! Stay back, Sensei. It's too dangerous. She's still on the move. What have you done to yourself? Ah, I sampled the fruits of my labor, that's all. It must be hard for you to understand, stuck in your old ways, and at the same time, so full of hesitation. What are you saying? You're still hesitating, aren't you? All your restrictions on the promenade and the festival, your dealings with Genryumon and the Peking Opera Club, you claim to stand up for tradition and the pride of Shanhaijing. But instead, your thoughts are something else entirely. I see your denial, and behind it, your wonderment about how I could possibly know what you're thinking. What nonsense are you spewing, you? Oh, by all means, keep up the facade as best you can, but your actions show what you truly stand for. You, proud Genryumon enforcers, you know exactly what I mean. You've realized it in your hearts already. See the mask she's wearing? And you know she's someone else that's behind it. Not the champion of tradition that she'd have you believe in. Is the president really? What are you even asking? Don't listen to that criminal. But... anyone who could speak a pledge of loyalty, anyone who can harbor doubts, even the greatest ruler cannot control the hearts of the people. And mark my words, one day you'll all share my experience. Meaning what? You'll be cast out of Shanhaijing. You'll know the pain of it. Shame, just as I did. You'll know the hardships of being an unaffiliated student, just as I did. You'll know the emptiness of wandering out homeless, just as I did. And all because... you made me this way, Kisaki. I did? Yes, you. None other than you. You filled my heart with venom, with resentment, with the need for revenge. Every job of that is your fault. And what is the role of the president if not accept your fault? Rulers of old would take the blame for everything. Storms, fires, floods, all responsibility with no excuses. That is what it means to hold your station, madam. It was all for Shanhaijing. I did what I did to you because the students were suffering. So you made a small sacrifice for the greater good? Yes, that's it. That's the look I wanted to see. That expression alone has been worth the journey here. Take a look, Genryumon. This is your president. Behold the pale shadow of your glorious past. She has no love for your traditions. She's not even in it for personal glory. That, at least, would be understandable. She's nothing but a foolish child with no idea what it means to hold her station. No idea what she truly wants. Genryumon's members aren't always known to think for themselves. But the time has come for all you to do so. For all you to do so. Stand on your own 2 feet, look through your own eyes, and answer in your own words. Is Kisaki what Shanhaijing really needs? Is Kisaki what Genryumon needs? Mina, Reijo! Snap them out. Grab Kisaki, let's get out of here. Yes, Sensei. Understood. Tactical retreat. I wasn't finished. Very rude of you. Still, fine initiative, Sensei. You're not as predictive as I thought. But it doesn't matter anymore. All I have left to do is perfect the potion. I'll consider this as a fresh start. This time I'll get everything I want, and no one will hold me back. Oh boy. Oh boy. Shit's hitting the fan. Not good. So in the scenes of discord and distrust. Sounds about right.
来てくださってありがとうございます。仙外峡が誇る月影祭をご堪能ください。
Are you alright, Sensei? I'm okay, but what about Kisaki, Mina, and Rumi? Don't worry about those three. We took them to the safest spot in the promenade. We may need to take you to there too soon. For us, at least, it worked out. We paid off a debt we owed to the president. The rest will be fine once the president overcomes his political predicament she's suddenly in. What's the news from your information network? Well, for one thing, Rumi's still a child. For her and the other students who still have Tyke syndrome, it's hard for them to roam around since they draw so much attention. Especially for Rumi. She's so well known. On the bright side, the Prominence Information Network is indeed still intact, so we're bringing in news from all around. Most of that news right now is about Genryumon. The president's facing a lot of criticism, condemnation even. I know, I couldn't believe it either at first. Of course, not all Genryumon members feel that way. It's mainly the hardliners. To sum it up, they're questioning Kisaki's legitimacy as the president. See, there's a normal process to choosing a student council president, but... the process of installing Madame Kisaki wasn't normal at all! Traditionally, the president has to be a third-year student. Madame Kisaki was only a second year when she took office. What, wasn't that because Genryumon endorsed her? And one of the reasons they did was because the previous president lost her position. Unfortunate, but not normal, but it did happen. Yes, and if it hadn't, Kisaki would never have even been considered for the president. That consideration alone was a massive breach of tradition. Even so, the decision was unanimous. Which goes to show that the entire process was rotten from the top to bottom. It has to be set right. Maybe we shouldn't tell Kisaki about this. I suggest you be the one to tell her, or else she'll be upset when she finds out you didn't. She'll take it well. She'll probably just say, the president must accept the people's judgment. Oh, I sound just like her? Thank you. I appreciate how open you are with all of us. Teacher's always on the student's side. I'm not always sure when to be open, even with you, Sensei. But let me just tell you the rest. Considering that Shintani Kai caused all this, she doesn't even show any interest, very interested in following up with it. Oh, is Genryumon still arguing back and forth about how to govern Kisaki's absence? And whether she earned her title legitimately? And how does any of that help us with the potion? Don't waste your time on gossip. Focus on the potion. That's what we're here for. We need to be better processing. More supplies, especially more 10,000-year ginseng. Whatever we're lacking, request from Genryumon. If that doesn't suffice, call the Black Taurus Promenade. I'll be here in the lab. I'm surrounded by imbeciles. So now the Promenade is up in arms trying to get the restrictions overturned, and the Eastern Alchemy Society is overthrowing requisition orders all over the place. Normally, Genryumon would come and mediate for everyone, but now, yeah. Black Taurus Promenade wants to duck responsibility? No, not happening. They definitely had a hand in this, the whole situation. They probably caused it just to get the Moonlight Festival canceled so they wouldn't have the restrictions anymore. Isn't that a bit of a stretch? There's no evidence for that. You listen very carefully. You're either with Genryumon or everything Shanhaijing has always stood for, or you're not. Right now, there's no presidents, so who's going to keep order and stand up for the school if not us? Well, we do need order, but we can't function without a leader. So who are you suggesting? Not who, what? We have our traditions to guide us. What do you mean? I propose we form an interim government and choose someone to lead it, someone who embodies our traditions the most. Genryumon is trying to replace Kisaki? You know, speaking as part of the Black Tourist Promenade, I've never had much love for Genryumon. But I do recognize that Shanhaijing needs them, and I think they always will. Not that I agree with what they're doing here, trying to expel Kisaki for going against tradition. What else do we know? Well, that's most of it, except the latest word is the hardliners are already close to picking a replacement. You want to bring the Peking Opera Club into this? They preserve the very essence of our culture. Who better represents Shanhaijing tradition? Not only that, but between the physical demands of an opera performance and Kaguya's training, there's some of our best fighters. But does that mean make it the right thing to do? Put it another way, would it align with tradition? Here's my proposal. We release Kaguya and let her give us her opinion. Then we go from there. That sounds bad. It does, and I can't say which way it's going to go. That's why I wanted to ask for your advice. No pressure, of course. You can just tell me whatever comes to mind. Or you can just go on listening. Maybe that's enough. If you want to know what I think, this is just my personal opinion, but... Thank you, Sensei. This almost feels like a lesson. Should I salute you like in class? Oh, that's too much? Fair enough. Have I heard the saying, power of war is a vacuum? Well, I think I have, but... Oh, so it doesn't mean people will seize power when there's an empty spot. Which also means pressure from below will push somebody into that position. Power and authority ought to go hand in hand with responsibility and accountability. And as we go through life, things are going to happen. The question of who's responsible will come up. Someone has to set direction, take that responsibility, and make a decision. In that sense, someone with ambition, who claws their way to power, might actually find happiness for themselves. At least in terms of satisfying their own personal needs and desires. But someone without that ambition gets pressured into it just by other people's expectations. The Kaguya I know is a lot of things, but she's not ambitious. She's more like an old school craftswoman, rigid and flexible. And if they put her in charge... Right. What did you say? I'm thinking of a lot of ways this could all go very wrong. Kaguya, please step out of your cell. You're free. My, this is unexpected. Is this the will of the president? It's the will of Genryumon. That raises more questions than it answers. We'll explain everything. Would you please come with us? And that is what we've missed in Shanhaijing. So, let me put it all together. The president has disappeared, Shintanai Kai has returned, and she's taken over the Eastern Alchemy Society. Pardon me, I'm getting ahead of myself. A disease called Tyke Syndrome is turning people into children, and the Black Tourist Promenade is under quarantine. And the Moonlight Festival is at risk of being cancelled? How could all that have been happening here all at once? Now, Kaguya, Genryumon has come together and decided we need to fall back on our traditions. More than that, we need an organization to help us uphold them, at least for now. And you thought of the Peking Opera Club. That's right.
I'd be honored as we would all, but I suspect you have something else to tell me. Yes, and we'll tell you straight. We need a president, and we want it to be you, at least for now. Shanhaijing is in dire need of both tradition and order. And based on your previous questioning, you wanted to allow Shintani Kai to return to school. Coincidentally, that's already happened. If you handle the situation well, you'll be able to make other decisions for Shanhaijing. I don't know how to tell this to Rumi or Kisaki. I'll figure that part out. Thank you. After that, well, we'll have to consider all the possibilities and plan our next move. Even if they did put Kaguya in charge, they'll still have problems. Her legitimacy will be in question from the get-go. Ironically, the only person who can claim true legitimacy is Shintani Kai. She won her stare down with Kisaki, circumstances notwithstanding. And she would have been, some would say, should have been, a Shanhaijing graduate. But the Eastern Alchemy Society appears to be staying out of that particular debate, and Shintani Kai is holding her ground where she is now. If Shintani Kai had either grabbed for more power or signed it away, this would be much more smoothly. But the way it's going now, well, it's going to come down to Kaguya's decision. Yes, not just a lot, everything. I understand. What Shanhaijing needs the most in this moment is the restoration of order and tradition. And with that in mind, I must refuse. I cannot take the position as president. Why not? You are asking the Peking Opera Club and I to destroy Shanhaijing's tradition in order to protect it. That's, moreover, assuming Madame Kisaki's position, while she is missing, would make me an usurper and nothing more. It would be absolute disloyalty. Kaguya. I'm only an artist, a producer, and performer. Anyone from the Peking Opera Club would agree. I may be strict, my methods of training intense, but it's all for the sake of the performance. And for what that performance means to Shanhaijing as a whole. I had no other ambitions or intentions behind it. Had I done so out of selfishness in any way, I would have deserved far more punishment than I received. Expulsion would have been the least of it. But listen, right now Shanhaijing is... Yes, I understand Genryumon's perspective on the matter. And should the chaos continue, every student in Shanhaijing will suffer for it. I love Shanhaijing and all of its traditions. My club and I have upheld it for a long time. And so I will contribute to maintaining order as best I can, within the allowed school regulations. Well, that settles it. Thank you, Kaguya. We received another message from the Eastern Alchemy Society. It says... All resources and support available in Shanhaijing are to be directed to the Eastern Alchemy Society. Just to confirm, has the Society always made such requests so frequently? No, not at all. In fact, until now the Society's position has always been closer to, we won't ask for anything, so don't mind us. And this is the new approach, or perhaps a return to a very old one. In either case, such a request would be quite difficult to fill. True, but in fairness, all of us do owe them for our current positions, and in a roundabout way, you owe them for your freedom. It'll be hard to keep turning them down. We can do what we can for them for the time being, and then reconsider later on. Is that the consensus of Genryumon? So no one wants to take responsibility. Alright, let's proceed with that suggestion for now. As long as you agree to sign off on it. No boy. Ugh. A home is like an inn. You stay for a while, but we're all travelers. Someday we all move on. Power and status are like an autumn breeze, brushing against one's collar on a night walk down an unclear path. Where is the path for me, for the Peking Opera Club, for Shanhaijing? And has the president always faced such questions? Alright, by the way, if you hear a chainsaw in the background, I apologize. Lawn people are working outside, so apologize if you hear all that nonsense. Alright. You made it, Sensei. The Black Torn's Promenade's secret hideout. I can't believe you made it here, Sensei. It's thanks to both of you, Mina and Waijo. Well, we couldn't have done without your direction, Sensei. Right, Mina? She's asleep. I don't blame her. Don't worry, she's fine. What about you, madam? I'm embarrassed and indebted to you all, but I'm not hurt. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's okay. If you say so. It was close, though. It could easily have gone much worse for Kisaki. And Shintani Kai's back now. That's huge in itself, but... Putting that aside for the moment, let's say you and I head back to the promenade, Waijo. Huh? About the president? Yes, exactly. Where are you going with this? Let's just hurry. Whoa, Rumi, there's no need to push yourself so hard. You're a child, you know. I am stronger than you. And there they go. Indeed. Kisaki, you sure you're alright? Yes, there's no problem at all. I'll take your word for it. The awkward silence continued. Kisaki kept her head bowed, staring at the floor. What'd you tell me about Kai? Shintani Kai. You want to know? There's no point. It's ancient history. Do you remember the conversation we had about a year ago when I told you about the first decision I made as the new president about expelling some third-year student? Yes, as you may have already guessed, that student was Kai. Yes. As I mentioned, that was not a popular decision. Even if it was the right decision, there were all kinds of calls from protocol, process, and validity, but the decision was mine alone. And once the water is spilled, there's no putting it back. Shintani Kai wanted to become a sage. She tried to make a potion that would bring her enlightenment. She told other students she was making an immortality elixir. They believed her and they wanted to join her project. So she had to try it. She had a hold on her followers. They started asking her for custom potions with unique effects. The effects were remarkable at first, but they didn't last, and they all did long-term damage. Students who wanted high grades in physical education would drink potions to enhance their strength and speed, which also damaged their body's metabolism. Students who wanted to taste new flavors drank potions that altered their sense of taste permanently. Granted, Kai was the only one to cause trouble with her potion brewing. Saya did too, but Saya only wanted her potions to make people happy. And for those who suffered side effects, she would always give them a free antidote. Immortality goes against every natural law in the world. Side effects would be an understatement. In Saya's case, she realized, seemingly, the true happiness couldn't be given away in a bottle. But Kai was much more stubborn, obsessed. All she cared about were the results. Whatever could make her sage, that was all that mattered. When her followers begged her for antidotes, she made them work for it, forced them to obey her every order. Students who came to Kai for help or pleasure all became her slaves. Obviously, Genryumon took issue with that. Not just for the obvious ethical reasons, but because Shintanai Kai had effectively created a new faction with no regard for their authority. Sounds like a powder keg. Let me ask you this, Sensei. Are you familiar with the story of the monkey's paw? About a magical charm that grants wishes, but only in a twisted way? It makes a good metaphor for when a goal becomes too unpleasant, too costly. And it was also one of Shintanai Kai's nicknames. Now, because I was impulsive in dealing with her, but I believe that letting her run wild for even another day would have shaken Shanhaijing to its foundations. Even so, it's never easy to expel a student, not in any school. Especially not in Shanhaijing, with its famous fear of change and exceptions. Had I taken the time to follow the proper procedures, Kai may have graduated by the time I could have expelled her. So I made the unprecedented decision to expel her right away. And then I erased all her records so that no one could duplicate her work. What's happening now might be karma for that. Kai has every right to resent me. Whatever else she did, she wasn't gunning for revenge until I poured all that venom into her heart. Like she said, to me, she was a small sacrifice made for the greater good. I won't make excuses. That would be cowardly. My actions, my decisions, created the monster that Kai is now. The one who's bringing harm to Shanhaijing. Storms, fires, floods, all the responsibility with no excuses. She was right. That's what it means to be a president. I don't see it that way. What do you mean, Sensei? You made your decision, she made hers. Kai needs to take her own responsibility. You're saying it was Kai's decision to do the way she is now? But some things don't fit in simple terms. Like Shanhaijing's past, things are complicated. Don't forget what we're responsible for now. We still make our own decisions in the present. But soon this moment becomes the past. We have to do the best we can every day. But then we have a responsibility to the future too. We want to make choices we can look back and be proud of. Like the respect we have for our past and traditions. I see. I hadn't thought of it that way. But a lot of Shanhaijing students still have their doubts about me. The Kisaki administration was never a conventional one. Do you know how they view the Shanhaijing Academy from the outside? Most don't even know where it is. Compared to the 3 major academies, it's only a tiny speck on the map. Those who do know where to find it usually only come for the food from the promenade. Yeah, they think of us as a bunch of eccentrics, hiding in tradition and customs. I hated that. What they thought of us, how they treated us. I always find new insights when I talk to you, Sensei. You don't believe me? You should know by now about this amazing talent of yours. The path ahead is a bit clearer now. Thank you, Sensei. I also have one more thing to ask of you. We will hold the Moonlight Festival. So until we do, would you stay and help me just a bit longer? By your orders, Madam President. Thank you. Kisaki? Madam, what are you doing? What's wrong? I just want you to carry me on your back. That's your first order. Just stand like that for a moment. Kisaki, Sensei, you alright? The Black Tourist prominent members have something they wanted to... Nope. What are you two doing? This, oh, it's nothing. Nothing happened. Right, Kisaki? I want to ride your back too, Sensei. Yes, go that way. Oh boy. Well, they are technically kids right now, so... Well, except for Kisaki. So let me start over. I brought the Black Forest Promenade members over. There's something I want to say. Oh, this is a rare occasion. Your people from the promenade want to speak to me in person? Well, you'll see why when you meet them. Come on, everybody. Go ahead, I'm listening. Genryumon greets you, madam. What is going on? Surprise? Genryumon members asked to see you, Kisaki. I had to smuggle them in. Can't have them running around the promenade while they have it locked down, right? And draw all kinds of suspicions. So here they are in disguise. Shanhaijing and Genryumon need you, madam. All of us here agree. The hardliners have taken over Genryumon, and you've lost their way. They've handed control of the Eastern Alchemy Society, and they're failing as a student council. So we're here to follow you. No matter what you decide, we'll do everything we can to make it happen. Genryumon awaits your orders once again, madam. Very well. God, that fucking chainsaw is annoying as all fuck. For too long, Shanhaijing has used the past not as a foundation, but as a wall. Instead of seeking answers from its lessons, we seek service to its rules. We prize obedience over choice and judgment. To see the many miles ahead, we must climb another level of the tower. We must walk the land of our own two legs, and look up the sky with our own two eyes. This moment, every moment, is our responsibility. We must give our best and wait for the will of the heavens. Given into fear and to trepidation, we can gain us nothing. We may wander, but we shall never be lost. Now, let's reclaim our Shanhaijing. Yeah, take it, action. Fuck you, Kaguya. Or not Kaguya, Kai. Alright, man, this isn't a long vent story. Like, holy shit. Jesus Christ. We're an hour. Well, there's gonna be some cuts in between, but at the time of unedited recording, we're already at an hour. We're not even done yet. We still have four episodes to go through. So, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I think this is like the first events that got a frog in my throat. I think this is like the first event story that actually went more than two parts. But yeah, when we come back, we will continue on and see if we can't put a stop to Kai and the hardliners. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you then. Later.